I just want to keep it real. I just want to be blunt real quick. Straight to the point. You don't need experience to be successful. You don't. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. Oh, you don't have enough experience. You don't need experience to be successful. You do need it to stay successful, though. Let's talk about it. Like diamonds, I'm watching how you glow. There's a certain balance that needs to be struck between what you know and what you need to know. Okay? If you don't strike that balance, you're being naive. Naivete, as they say. If you don't strike that balance, you're also going to end up regretting a lot. So I'm keeping it real with you. You don't need it to start, but you do need it to finish. You don't need experience to get into the game. You need experience to stay in the game. You need experience to finish the game. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. If you do let anybody talk you out of it, you're being naive. Naivete, as they say. Hey, listen. Dive in. Dive in. You know why I'm telling you to dive in? Because if you don't go in unexperienced, you're not gonna get experience, because you're not gonna go in to begin with, because you're gonna convince yourself that, oh, I don't know how to do this, so I shouldn't try to do it. But how are you gonna learn to do it if you don't try to do it? Psh. Again, just being blunt, keeping it real here. Offense is not the intention, but at some point in time, you have to be real with yourself and be harsh with yourself. Just a tad bit, okay? You don't need it to start. You need it to finish, though. If you don't start from nothing, how do you get anything? Am I making sense? You don't need it to start. Just start. As you start, you're going to learn. The moment you start is a learning moment. I don't know how to do this. Figure it out. I've never done that before. Figure it out. You figured it out. Now you've just gained some knowledge. Retain that knowledge and use it to maintain that success. You don't need it to start. Everybody will have to start from zero, from nothing into something. If I'm keeping it real with you and I'm being blunt, you're being naivete, as they say. If you let that stop you, you gotta just dive in, just get in there. Because at the end of the day, when you sum your life up after the fact and you explain your failures to yourself, I was not successful because I didn't try, because I didn't have any experience, but I wasn't going to get an experience if I didn't try. Now, explaining that back to yourself or to your children, your legacy, does that make any type of sense to you? I'm just an innocent man throwing a random question out there. You don't need it to start, so just start. Stop finding excuses not to start. We're very good at that. As a species, I think we're very good at that. Making up reasons not to do what we need to do. But how are you going to do what needs to be done if you don't Just do it. So what's going to be your excuse tomorrow? And then the day after that. And then the day after that. And then when your life sums up and you're laying there in your final days, what did I accomplish? Nothing, because I wasn't experienced to go try and accomplish something. But accomplishing anything takes attempt. Attempting anything requires you to try. I'm trying to connect the dots here. If they're not connecting at this point it's no longer a naivete, as they say. And I think it's downright arrogance. If I'm allowed to keep it real with you, okay? Insult is not the game here. But you and me as a unit, I need to get you in a space. I want to get you in a space of understanding that life is a risk. It's a gamble. And even if you go in with experience, that's not guaranteed to give you success. So if your experience is not guaranteed or equal to success, why not just try anyway? And then whatever you learn from that success or failed attempt, you take that information now and you run with it and you keep going. Am I making sense? Please? No? Yes? You don't need it to start. I'm telling you, you don't need it to start. But you do need it to finish. As long as you remember that, you will be okay. You don't need it to start. You see how many times I'm saying it? You do need it to sustain, and you do need it to finish. Everybody had to start from zero. So if you think you're special, where you're gonna start from 50%, you're being naivete, as they say. With that being said, it's your boy AJ. I'm keeping it real with you, and I'm signing out.